student, today we are going to see Standard 7 Chemistry from Term 3. The unit name is Chemistry in Daily Life. In this lesson, we are going to study the meaning of medicine, antiseptic, antibiotic, analgesic and antacid. Come, let us move to the video session.
Standard 7 Chemistry Unit 4 Chemistry in Daily Life. In this lesson, we are going to study about the meaning of medicine, antibiotic, antiseptic, analgesic, antacid, and ORS. Introduction. During the Bangladesh Liberation War, they have introduced a therapy called ORS. In the year 1971, it has been introduced for the cholera disease to reduce the death rate of 50% to 3%. This has been done with the help of many peoples. An Indian doctor whose name is Dilip has managed the saline bottle because it is very shortage to cope up with dehydration faced by the people. Dr. Dilip has introduced the ORS system in the Bangladesh. During cholera, which has been done in Manipuri, it has been arrested to the efficiency. ORS has saved the life of many children around the world. It has done in India, not only in India, it has been done in many countries. So, because of that, many lives of the people has been saved. UNICEF or WHO, that means World Health Organization. It has been introduced a new system which has been followed. That is new ORS, that is oral rehydration solution. It gives us energy, strength as well as healthy. Sodium chloride, it has used in 2.6 gram in the percentage level is 12.683. Glucose anhydrase, that means the gram it has been used is 13.5 gram and the percentage level is 65.854. Potassium chloride 1.5 gram. The percentage is 7.317. Trisodium citrate dehydrate. It has been used 2.9 gram. The percentage level is 14.146. So the total gram they have used is here 20.5. The percentage level is 100. So this is the thing which has been introduced during World Health Organization. ORS, oral rehydration solution. It is a special combination of dry salt. It has been mixed with a safe water. That means it has been mixed with distilled water. It can help to replace the fluid which can used for the diarrhea. In the state of diarrhea disease, there is an imbalance and much more water is secreted than reabsorbed causing due to the loss of weight. For a day, we have to drink 4 liters of water. In addition of water loss, we are using sodium and potassium also has been lost. The certain concentration of sodium is needed for proper functioning of a body. For example, sodium concentration is used for the process of known as osmosis. That means it is very much needed for our body functioning. The saline bottle is directly transferred from water and sodium into the bloodstream. The inadequate salt which is there in our intestinal body, here the saline bottle has been transferred the water and sodium into the bloodstream. However, Dr. Dilip has introduced the form called glucose. It is added to the salt solution. Here, there are three types, that is, water, sodium, and glucose are absorbed by your body. If you're getting any disease or if you're getting any tiredness, the main thing they will use as glucose. The trips they will be using. So during diarrhea, the intestine will still able to absorb glucose molecules because it is a liquid item. So ORS solution uses the glucose molecule to enable the sodium to be carried out by the CO transport, that means carbon dioxide coupling mechanism. ORS is an effective treatment for 90 to 95% of patients who is suffering from diarrhea regardless of this cause. So, Dr. Dilip has been introduced this system. First, to protect from diarrhea, here some of the process has been introduced. ORS, after that zinc, it has been moved to the food, then fluid item, then sanitation, then vaccination. It belongs to the vitamin A. At the last, we have to washing our hands. It has been protected. So, if you follow these items, you can protect your children from diarrhea. Antacid. It is an acidity which is a symptom caused by the excess production of acid in our stomach gland. In our stomach, naturally, they produce a gastric item or hydrochloric acid, which is a gastric. We are telling no. The same like it helps us to digest and it break down the food molecules. Acidity issues arises from the excess production of this acid due to triggers such as acetic acid, spicy food, alcohol, dehydration and stress. Because of this only we are getting antacid. When acidity occurs, the excess acid may move from the stomach to the esophagus. You can see the picture. The esophagus has been marked. The lining of your stomach with pH of 1 to 3 is designed to such a withstand of high acidic environment. The pH value is 1 to 3. Because of that only our stomach has a lining. When we have acidity or heartburn, we have administered a class of medicine known as antacid. It is a medicine which is used for the acidity. They are actually called as weak bases, but we learnt in a chemistry when a base mixed with an acid, it forms a neutralization. For example, if you see in a bus, it will move from the mountain as a neutral. So the same like it is in the neutral condition. When antacid consumed, it reacts chemical reaction in the stomach, lowering the acidity and makes the digestive acid less corrosive and damaging. It will damage all the parts. Most of the common antacids are sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, calcium carbonate CaCO3, magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice, magnesium carbonate MgCO3 and aluminum hydroxide AlOH3. These are the things we are using for the chemical reaction of magnesium hydroxide which neutralize HCl in our stomach. Antibiotics. Many years ago, there was a time where even a small infected wound can cause death in human beings. If it caused very small wound, it also may death in for many peoples. The discovery of antibiotic changed everything. Because of the antibiotic, because of the tablets, medicine, everything, we have changed every death rate. Now it has been the antibiotics have many deadly infectious disease can be tackled. Because of that, we are tackling many diseases. So the death rate is decreasing. The discovery of antibiotic was in the year 1928. It was introduced by the doctor Alexander Fleming, who was in search of bacteria. The bacteria was caused deadly disease like pneumonia, sore throat, etc. He has discovered the antibiotics, which has been used for the bacterial killing. We went on a holiday carelessly, leaving the dish in the laboratory table without cleaning and sterilization. Without cleaning, if you ate that food, what will happen? The next day you will be getting many diseases. So because of that, we are using antibiotics, which is helpful for everything. After several days, when we return back, we can observe a mold, a common fungus which grows on a bread or in the dish. We can also observe the bacterial growth on the mold. On further said, Fleming identified that the mold juice was capable of killing the wide variety of harmful bacteria, which is harmful to our body. It will kill everything by a mold juice. That means he has introduced the antibiotic penicillin was discovered. The Fleming, whose name is Alexander Fleming, he introduced the mold penicillium from antibiotic. However, Fleming was not the first using molds, and he also other living organism to treat infection. First of all, when we are introducing some injections or medicine, they will used for the other microorganism like bacteria, fungus, animals like that. Thousands of years ago, an Egyptian who practiced the ancient Greeks among Indians, they have introduced the antibiotics for further relief. Analgesic. It is a treatment which is used for injury, burn, pressure from sharp object, which has been introduced for the pain in our body. The unpleasant feeling may be the burning sensation in your tissue around the injury. For example, if you went for running race or something sports, you will got any injuries, they will use many medicines. That name is we will call it as analgesic because the painkiller we will use it. So this is called as analgesic. It is used for the injury purpose. For headache or neck pain, joint pain, pain from the nerve damage, pain from a injury, and also from pain related to any disease or common pains. In our joints we will have a pain, in our head we will have a pain, that is headache we will say. So many types of paining are there. So for this treatment we are using the therapy called analgesic. The unpleasant emotion of pain is created in the brain at not the spot of the injury, but the pain is severe, say from burn. If it is burning, you will get at the same time it will work out in your brain. So what will do? The brain triggers immediate response, reacting to the signal from the brain. If you touches the hot fire, what will happen? The brain tells that it is very hot, so you'll take your hand from that. So it is a reaction like from the analgesic. Analgesic or painkiller or the pain suppressing chemical released by our body, which is used for pain source, pain massage removed through peripheral nerves and also from the spinal cord, which interrupt the message as the pain. Brain sends pain suppressing chemicals and triggers other response. These are the four things which is happening again and again. Next is Dr. Albert. He is an chemist who has introduced the anesthetic cocaine. That means it has been isolated from the cocoa leaves in the Germany in 1860. Traditional anti-inflammatory agent, that means which is used as a traditional. Peppermint, you all know peppermint. Yes, it has been used for various purposes. And the second one is catnip. It is also a leaf which is used for the analgesic. It has been classified as two types. One is non-narcotic, that is which is used as a non-additive analgesic, example aspirin. The second one is narcotic drugs. The example is codeine, that means which is used for the traditionally we can get from the plants and we are used for the analgesic, that is for painkiller. Antipyretic. In normal cases of our body temperature, which ranges from 98.4 to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. In our body level, it is called as fever. If it is goes above the level, so we will say it is fever. Because of the bacteria and virus, we are getting a fever. A normal infection, that means the infection is sensed by a human system called that is pyrogen, which is used for releasing of bloodstream. This pyrogen helps us to release the bloodstream which reaches from the hypothalamus at the part of a brain. The function of hypothalamus is controlled by the body temperature. From our brain, it controls the body temperature, which sends the pyrogen as well as the hypothalamus increases the body temperature by releasing the chemical called prostaglandin. That means if we have a little fever, it helps us to arrest the growth of infection. However, the internal body temperature exit, that means 105 degree Fahrenheit. This may causes to the main damage of body protein as well as for the brain. If it is prolonged, it may causes due to death. Antipyretic is a thing which is used for common fever. The common and well-known antipyretic is called paracetamol, which we are nowadays using for fever. The medicine which we are using for the fever, it's called paracetamol. So it is known as antipyretics. Antiseptic. Antiseptic a substance applied from the exterior of a body, which is applied on the outer of the body appearance. It will kill the microbe which is present in our body. Antiseptic can be effective or against the combination of bacteria, fungi, virus or other microorganism. Did you know Dettol? Dettol is also an antiseptic. Tincture, it is also an antiseptic medicine. Dettol, it is a mixture of chloroxylenol and terpenol. Tincture, which is used for many wounds to help to kill the germs which is present in our wound. In this tincture, we are using iodine plus 2 to 3 percentage of alcohol, that is water mixture, soap, iodoform, phenolic solution, ethanol, carboic acid. These are the example which is used for the wounds as a tincture. The natural antiseptic, did you all know what is a natural antiseptic? Naturally, we can get many medicine. Garlic, you all know garlic, which will be white in color. That we will use for the antiseptic purpose because of the wounds. If you put it on the wound, at the next day or 2-3 days, it will be cured. The turmeric is a very good medicine which is applied on the wound. On the spot, if you apply the turmeric, it will be reduced. Aloe vera. You all know aloe vera, which will be green in color. It is also used for the wounds as a antiseptic. These are the natural antiseptic. Antihistamine. It is a drug which is used for the allergy, that means rashes, the redness which is happening in our body. So this is a main thing used for the antihistamine. It is a therapy for the body functioning. It also stimulates the smooth muscle to contract as well as for the bronchi. In certain smooth muscle, it may cause relaxation of blood capillaries which increase the flow of lymph as well as the protein. So, this lead to the formation of edema, that means redness and rashes. For this thing, we are using the antihistamine. Medicine. Medicines are used to treat the disease and it helps us to improve our health. In Tamil, we have a quote that is, who said, Thiruvalluvar has said the quote. Let us see in Tamil. It's already is there in your book in Tamil itself. நோய் நாடி நோய் முதல் நாடி அது தணிக்கும் வாய் நாடி வாய்ப்ப செயல். This is recognize the disease and understand its seeds, which identify the cause and measure the succeed. In science, we are using many medicine which help us to prevent from all the disease and improves our body health. There are many ways to intake our medicine, that is oral use, external use and injection. There are 3 types. One is oral use, external use and injection. The medicine we take our disease and leads to our good health. If you take the medicine, it helps us to good health. It helps us to lead in a good health. So, medicine is also a part of your life. It has been become a part of a life nowadays. Combustion. Can you guess which is common? Rusting of iron, burning coal, flame of candle. When we undergo all this thing, it has some chemical reaction. This is called as combustion. If you burn a candle, what will happen? After burning, the candle gets melted. So, this has happened because of combustion. It's called a chemical reaction. Combustion is a chemical reaction that occurs in the presence of fuel and then oxidizing agent that produce energy, usually in the form of heat and light. Again, I'll repeat the definition of combustion. Combustion is a chemical reaction that occurs in the presence of a fuel and an oxidizing agent that produce energy, usually in the form of heat and light. When we call burning, it's really a combustion reaction. In fact, combustion is a first chemical reaction which has been enhanced by a human. Many reactions are happening with the help of oxygen. It is called as oxidation. With the help of hydrocarbon and oxygen, typically that is carbon dioxide and water are produced. For example, here they have given CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat energy, that is hydrocarbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide, water as well as the heat energy. This is called as combustion. In this combustion, we are going to see what is ignition temperature. The minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire and burns is called ignition temperature. It readily catches fire. So this is called as ignition temperature. For example, petrol, alcohol, LPG, CNG, that is compressed natural gas. These are the example for combustion. Flame. Flame is actually a chemical reaction. It has been specified that flame is a mixture of gases. For example, fuel, oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, water vapor, and many things is also a matter. The light and heat produced by the flame, that we will say it as energy. But fire is also a matter. Here, the flame is produced because of a chemical reaction. That means the factors oxygen plus heat plus fuel, it gives us fire. So because of that only it is flaming as a fire. The flames have many types and structure. Let us see one by one. Flame and structure. We all know which is the festival of light. Diwali is a festival of light. Because of that day, we will burn many crackers. We can see many colorful things happening in the sky. The same like there will be many flames are here. Let us see the experiment with colorful flame. White flame, which is used with the help of Epsom salt. Violet flame, lithium chloride. Indigo flame, potassium chloride. Blue flame has occurred because of bleaching powder. Green flame, borax powder. Yellow flame, calcium chloride. Orange flame, table salt. Red flame, strontium chloride. These experiment is done with salts which soaked in alcohol and makes us a fire. Candle and its structure. Flame is a zone of combustion of a substance. The substance which is used for burning, it also produces a flame. For example, kerosene and wax. The wax which is used for the candle, it is fully made up of wax. The candle is fully made up of wax. Kerosene, it is a liquid item which is used to burn something. Let us see the candle structure. The hottest pot which has been introduced with the help of Aromat. First is hottest pot and then moderately it will be hot. At the last stage is least hot. That means the least hot is innermost zone of unburnt wax vapor. That means which is black in color. It is called as unburnt wax. The thing which is yellow in color, it's called as a middle zone of partial combustion. It will be burning which looks in a yellow color. The most hottest part is outer zone of complete combustion which looks in blue in color. That is, you can see many things. The outer zone, complete combustion of fuel take place. It forms a blue color and it is a non-luminous part of a flame. You all know the middle zone we have seen already. It is also a moderately hot part of a flame, but it is luminant part of a flame. Inner zone. It is unburnt wax which will be black in color and it has a least hot pot. Here, calorific value of different fuel has been given. For example, cow dung, that is cow dung cake, it has been have 6,000 to 8,000 kg. Wood 17,000 to 22,000. It has a many values. So here many things has been given. By seeing the picture you can understand easily. The amount of heat energy which produced on combustion, that is kg of fuel, is called calorific value. That means 1 kg of fuel is called as calorific value. So here many kgs has been given, so you have to calculate with the help of calorific value. The unit is called kilojoule. That means the unit is called kilojoule per kg. One calorific value is called as unit kilojoule. Let us see types of combustion and environmental impacts on combustion. There are three types of combustion. They are rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion and explosion. These are the three types of combustion. First, see the rapid combustion. It is a combustion process in which a substance burns rapidly and produces heat as well as light. For example, burning of LPG gas, liquefied petroleum gas. It is example for rapid combustion. Spontaneous combustion. This process will be taking place with the help of light without the help of external heat. It does not need any external heat. Example, phosphorus burns spontaneously at room temperature. If you keep a phosphorus, it will burn at a room temperature itself. So avoid using phosphorus. Explosion. It is a type of combustion in which a substance burns suddenly and produces heat, light and sound. For example, you all know crackers, which produced the three things. Heat also it produced, light also it produced, as well as the sound. So the main example is explosion of crackers. CO. It has been leads to respiratory problem. That is carbon monoxide at alpha leads to respiratory problem. CO2. It leads to global warming. Because of that, it causes global warming. SO2 and NO2. It causes in the acid rain. In many countries, we have seen about acid rain. So, avoid using all those things. This may cause an environmental impacts. Characteristic of good fuel. It is readily available and it is very cheap in price. It is very less in price. It can be easy transport and we can store anywhere. It burns at a moderate rate. That means it can burn at a moderate temperature. It produces large amount of heat. It produces very large amount of heat. We should not keep or we should not leave behind any undesirable substance. And it does not cause any pollution. It will not cause any pollution. This is a good substance of fuel. It is a characteristics of good fuel. Slow combustion. Slow combustion is a form of combustion which take place at low temperature. It will be taking place only in the low temperature. For example, respiration. We are breathing, no? It's called as respiration. Respiration is the example for slow combustion. After some times, what will happen? It reaches to the itching. So, it is called as slow combustion. Fire control. You can see the triangle fire control. Oxygen, heat, fuel. That means the condition for necessary for producing fire are fuel, air, that means which help us to supply oxygen, heat. It rises the temperature of the fuel during the ignition temperature, and it can be controlled by removing any one or more of these conditions. If we want to control anything, we have to reduce something. It can be a fuel or heat, otherwise it may be an oxygen. Fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher cuts off the power supply and brings down the temperature of the fuel, the both side of the fire control. That means it cuts off all the power supply, the temperature of the fuel. Let us see how the fire extinguisher works. You can see the plugger, that means which is a plug, and the which is there in a green color, it's a safety clip, and then you can see a cap assembly. The next one, you can see a handle which is used to handle it carefully. The thing which is present inside is carbon dioxide gas, and there will be a dry chemical powder will be contained. With the help of that only we are using through a pipe called discharge tube. Otherwise it is called siphon tube. With the help of that only we are getting a chemical powder and the carbon dioxide. Both the things it comes out and it reduces the fire. Like this only we are using the fire extinguisher in many places. Types of fire extinguisher. In this type we have many classes. Let us see one by one. That is class A, class B, class C, class D, class E and class F. First type is water. It is a combustible material caused by the flammable solid. For example, wood, paper and fabric material. Class B is used for flammable liquids. For example, paint, petrol, everything. Third one is class C. It is used for flammable gases like hydrogen, butane or methane. Class D. It is used for combustible metal for magnesium, aluminium or potassium. Class E. It is only used for the electrical equipments like computer, generator, etc. The last one is class F. That is, it is used for the chip pans and the thing which is used for the typically chip fan fire. These are the things it's commonly called as class A, B, C, D, E and F. This is only for the water as well as for foam, dry powder, carbon dioxide and wet chemicals. The tick which has been put there, it has been used for class A is used for all the four types except carbon dioxide. Class B is used for three types foam, dry powder and carbon dioxide. The other two we should not use. The same like it has been continued for many things. I hope you all understood about the lesson chemistry in daily life. Thank you students.